Warning, this creepypasta is going to be scary and it's going to scare the nuts out of you. And if you're like 5 to 8, click out of this video and watch something else. Enjoy this video, guys. You've seen Percy's Nightmare, deleted episode, and you saw the THX trailer where Tex teamed up with Diesel 10 to eliminate Thomas, Percy, James, and Lady. And frankly, you remember about Teletubbies getting found a deleted McDonald's short, right? But frankly, there was another childhood commercial. Frankly, back into early 2018, Hit Entertainment and McDonald's teamed up to animate commercials for Thomas and Friends for Happy Meal toys for children. I saw them a lot on the internet and I found them to be interesting. It all started when I was at the mall with my mom getting some things for a Christmas party. As we were done getting things, I decided to go to the DVD store to see if I could find some cool DVDs to add to my collection. I looked through the shelves where there were kids' DVDs and adult DVDs, either between the Dukes of Hazzard to Danny Phantom, or Boobop, or In the Night Garden, or Dora the Explorer, to be exact, even though I'm not a Dora person. Then, when I happened to notice something, yet again, another Thomas and Friends DVD. It featured Thomas, James, and Percy in front of the McDonald's sign from the 2005 I'm Loving It slogan, right above Thomas, as if he was saying it. I wonder how this will go, I said. I paid for the DVD and it costed only $2 and I had the right amount of money to get it. Then, I found my mom and I showed her the DVD. She was impressed that I found another rare find. As we got home, I decided to test out my new DVD. I inserted the disc into the portable DVD player to get ready to watch. Then, it showed off the Hit Entertainment Home Entertainment logo, then the McDonald's logo in a green background for 5 seconds. Then it just showed up to the menu with Gordon, Percy, Thomas, and James in a red and yellow background. And the buttons were play short and visit McDonald's.com. I pressed play to get ready to see this never-before-seen short, besides being scared. It began with a view of Sodor at night, and then it cut to a view of the shunting yard. Nobody was there except for the sound of owls hooting in the dark and distorted whistles in the background. Then, after 5 seconds, Gordon, Percy, Thomas, and James came in out of nowhere. Alright guys, we're on night duty. There's an engine who's been stealing cargo, and we have no idea who's been stealing it, but it's full of missing burger patties, and it's delivered for the picnic tomorrow. And we gotta stay up all night to make sure this engine doesn't steal anything. And Sir Topham Hatt is counting on us, Thomas said. I hope we'll do great, Percy said, looking worried. Well, whoever this engine is, we are gonna stop him. Or her, said Gordon. I hope so, said James. Then, after that, the engines were passed out of sleep for like a minute-second clip. Then, after that, the 4 engines woke up when they heard a faint whistle. The engines gasped and shocked, except for Gordon. What was that? Thomas asked. Gordon, Thomas, and Percy shined their lights around to see what was going on, but there was no clue where that whistle came from. What was that? Who made that blowing whistle? Percy asked. Is it the ghost engine? James asked, looking afraid. Don't be silly, said Gordon. There's no such thing as a... Gordon's sentence was interrupted by steam hovering above the 4 trains. The ghost engine, he said. Then, it wasn't a ghost engine. It was an oddly shaped engine which was the similar shape of Emily's, except the engine boiler was red, while its tender was yellow and had the McDonald's logo instead of a number, and red and yellow wheels, and had clown makeup all over its face. The train began to speak in the voice of Joan Cusack, who voiced Jessie from Toy Story. Hey, you 4, said the train. Gordon, James, Thomas, and Percy puffed up to the engine to confront her. So, you're the one who's been stealing all these wagons full of burgers, huh? James said. Why would you do that? Percy asked, joining in the conversation. The train chuckled. Well, I've been stealing these cargoes because I made a deal with a boss who wants me to steal meat burgers, and I figured that you engines have been guarding it for a purportedly royal picnic tomorrow, so I stole those wagons, and soon I'm gonna steal the last load and pay for my boss. You are not gonna do that, said Gordon. He blew his whistle loudly, and he shoved the caboose and landed through the McDonald's train. Then the engine pushed the caboose towards a siding towards the buffers. What was that for, fat boy? We are not going to let you steal anything else, said Gordon. Oh yeah? Let's settle it, the train said. The train grabbed up a claw similar from Diesel 10s for the Magic Railroad series. Everyone, run! Thomas said. The four trains ran off to get away from the McDonald's engine. Come back here, she said. She chuffed after the engines. First it cut to a shot of Percy running towards the harbor, which was similar from Something in the Air episode. I gotta get away. This engine's so scared I want to go back to my shed, said Percy. Then, the McDonald's engine had struck the tracks which led to the ocean extra deep. When Percy saw the ocean, he applied his brakes, but it was too late. He sunk into the bottom of the ocean, and he drowned it. Oh, roared Percy, drowning. Help! Then he soon sank to the bottom of the ocean. Then it cut to Gordon. He was thundering as fast as his wheels could carry him. Then, the McDonald's engine was right behind him, and grabbed his tender. Get off of me, said Gordon. Then, out of nowhere, a signal point changed, and then Gordon swerved into the siding, which revealed to be broken buffers leading into a ditch. Oh, the indignity, said Gordon. Gordon fell into the ditch, and he began sinking fast. Not again, said Gordon. Oh, did you fall in a ditch before? The train asked. Gordon began coughing and suffocating into the ditch. Then, the McDonald's engine chuffed off from finding James and Thomas. Then James was rushing through to get towards Tidmouth. Then, out of nowhere, freight cars full of hard tar and wagons were right in front of him. He applied his brakes. Then he bashed it through the first wagon, followed by the second, following the third. Then the tar began setting fast, and James's face was all stiff. Don't say anything else, said the engine. Then it cut to the smelter's yard. Thomas was hiding, making sure the McDonald's engine doesn't find him. I hope she doesn't find me here, he said to himself. Then the McDonald's engine's whistle was heard off screen. Ooh, what's that? Thomas said. Then, out of nowhere, a light switch turned on, which was revealed to be red, and it was the McDonald's engine right in front of him. Peekaboo, I see you, little boy blue. Oh no, I gotta get out of here, said Thomas. He reversed backwards to make sure if he was heading towards the door. Instead, he was reversing towards the lava. And then, Thomas biffed through the buffers, but he gripped as hard as he could. Then, the McDonald's engine began to talk and said the last few words. Any last words, Tommy? No, said Thomas. Well, and the McDonald's engine began to speak, which was similar from the reference from The Lion King. Long live little Tommy. She pushed Thomas, and he fell into the lava. Thomas began screaming, but his screaming was the Howie / gut-wrenching scream. Then he fell into the ocean, to the hot lava, and began to melt it. Then it cut back to the engine, witnessing it. Awesome. It was awesome. My work here is done. She whistled off and puffed out of the smelter's yard. Then it cut to the credits. In the background, a music box version of the ending scene of Season 8 played. and it showed many images of what happened to the engines after their fates, such as Percy at the bottom of the ocean, Gordon sunk in a deep ditch, James's face covered in cement, and Thomas's melted metal parts in the lava in the smelter's yard. Then, a caption appeared on screen saying, was the 2005 McDonald's slogan, "I'm loving it." But the text was red, and there was a distorted voice saying that line. Then it cut to black, and I took the disc out of the DVD player and placed it back in its case. Then, I emailed Entertainment later on. They were shocked that this DVD existed. The company wanted me to ship it back to them, and I did. I knew this was Mary's tricks. Did you guess it too?